And we are
Yeah.
live. What is going on, everybody? Today is a very fun day. All right, today we are live with One Page Wednesday. Old school SamCart folks, and I say old school maybe like a year ago, are gonna remember that One Page Wednesday was a series that we did on YouTube, where basically every single Wednesday we got on and reviewed a live page from an actual SamCart customer. And today, we are officially relaunching One Page Wednesday in the exact same fashion. And not only that, but we have some brand new help to introduce to you guys. Obviously, you guys know I am Scott Moran. We are joined by Jordan P. Anderson, our video production extraordinaire. We are also live today with Paige Iannarino, the newest member of Team SamCart, and our brand new Paige. What is your official? You have a title. You have like an official, actual title. What is your title?
Yeah, I do. I am the customer engagement manager.
Heck yeah. Awesome. So those of you guys who are in the Facebook group, those of you guys who are in our YouTube channel, those of us in the Facebook group have been seeing Paige for the past couple weeks. Paige is not super new here to SamCart, but has been learning, has been doing so much awesome stuff already in our community. And Paige is going to be helping us sort of shepherd One Page Wednesday. It's going to be the kind of thing where she'll be answering questions. Others of you guys who are in the Facebook group, you guys can tag Paige and answer questions, stuff like that. But yeah, Paige, welcome. Let's go ahead. Let's just kick off really quick. And I want to introduce you to our community and our world. So Paige, where are you from? Where did you, how long have you been now officially with SamCart, right? And what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
These are all really fun questions.
Very important, terribly important questions.
I'm actually originally from South Carolina. I'm a huge South Coast Carolina girl, best in the world kind of thing. And I've been with SamCart fairly new. I've been with the family for about a month now.
I was gonna say 4 weeks is what I thought. I thought this might be week 5 or 6 maybe, but yeah. Super exciting.
Yes, about a month. And
now give the people what they want. Favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm kind of an old school, so I'm gonna go with just some chocolate, milk chocolate.
It's gotta be good though, chocolate, right? Jordan, are you like a plain Jane ice cream eater? What do you got?
No, I'm like candy bars, chocolate, chocolate
chip
cookie dough.
You know what I mean? I'm all about give me this stuff. You know what I mean? So all of you guys who are joining us here on YouTube, let us know your favorite ice cream flavor as well, and we can start duking it out down in the comments. Yeah, I'm a big ice cream person. We have this ice cream flavor. If anybody here watching this video is anywhere near the DMV, if anybody is near Baltimore, DC area, even Philly, stuff like that, everybody needs to check out an ice cream brand called Taharka Brothers. It is truly next level. Jordan will have to try it out sometime. Paige, maybe I'll bring it down to Austin. Yeah.
Please do. I'm a big Jenny's fan. Have you had that?
I am a huge Jenny's fan. As we might have actually talked about that, honestly, in the interview process. I talk about Jenny's enough as kind of an inside joke for everybody watching amongst SamCart's crowd, that Jenny's ice cream, which is now sort of kind of all over the place. I fell in love with it in Nashville. I lived in Nashville for a year in 2012, 2013. And they were kind of there, and now they're all over the place. But man, that place does it right.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a good, plain Jane chocolate flavor. They have their milk chocolate is worth getting. It's super good. Absolutely. Nice. Okay, so Paige, you are based also out of the Austin, Texas office, correct?
That's right. Correct.
Awesome. And how long have you been in Austin, Texas?
I've been in Austin, Texas for about 2.5 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We have a couple in our Austin, Texas office. For everybody watching, right? You guys, if you've been around SamCart long enough, I'm based out of our Baltimore, DC office, kind of right in between those two cities. This is where Brian and I are from. This is home for us. And then we we started an Austin, Texas office, maybe middle of 2019, something like that. And now here at this point, SamCart just added, and I shouldn't even say Paige, you're not even close to the newest person, honestly. We had 5 people start this week. So it's a growing team here for sure. But we have maybe 17, 18, 19 people here in our Maryland office, and literally everyone else is down in Austin, Texas. So it's been a heck of a ride, but definitely eventually some point. Paige, have you been in the office in Austin yet?
No, I couldn't even tell you how to get there.
Don't even know where it is. It is a sign of the times that I was going to say we have hired a whole ton of people who have never met anyone else in person yet. Certainly, you know, me and Paige, we've been hanging out a ton on Zoom calls and learning and doing all this stuff. But again, zero face-to-face interaction. But hey, that is a sign of the times. So with that, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and dive into the page that we're going to break down here this week. If you guys have any questions, any comments, something like that, you guys can leave comments down below the YouTube stream over there on YouTube. If you are watching on our Facebook page, and we'll be sure to actually kind of share this back into the Facebook group as well. Sorry for that today. We had an error message trying to share into the Facebook group, but we'll get that going as well. But here at One Page Wednesday, we are all about from this point forward, essentially what we are going to be doing is reviewing SamCart pages and just basically bringing the heat. You know what I mean? We want to show you guys pages that are working. We want to show you people that, you know, some of them might be people who are brand new and have never sold a dime yet before, right? But we are just going to break these things down, talk about what works and how can you start bringing your ebook, your course, your service, your software product, your plugin, you know, whatever, to life and start selling it on one page with SamCart. And not only keep things simple, right? Keep it down to one simple page, but also to maximize your results and make more money in that process. So with that, right, we are going to go ahead. If you guys, again, have questions, go ahead, drop them in the chat, and Paige is going to kind of relay questions to us. You know, if you have something, you know, we'll stop and answer some questions, things like that. But certainly we're going to go ahead and dive into that right now. So Jordan, with that, let's go ahead, bring up my page and let me know, because I can no longer see the stream. So let me know when I'm good.
All right. You are good.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So the page you guys are looking at, this is an awesome customer. We actually just had an interview with this customer yesterday. And so we ran into Brittany Bruce Education. So you guys can actually go. I want to give an awesome shout out to Brittany and her husband, Thomas, that run this brand, BrittanyBruceEducation.com. Brittany is running a brand that is all about photography, right? This was, you know, a passion of hers, something she sort of did on the side, and they have since now turned it into their family's main job, even to the tune of her husband, Thomas, quitting his job as a physical therapist. And now they are making more with the brand that you guys are looking at right here than they were in separate careers and with a side hustle kind of stuff. So they have been able to grow what they're doing by leaps and bounds, and is super, super exciting. So one of the things, you guys can head over again, BrittanyBruceEducation.com. Want to give them a total complete shout out. Go check out their stuff, especially if you are in the photography world. But I want to highlight one of their main front end offers. Okay. So the page you guys are looking at right here, I'll just go ahead and kind of scroll through it really, really quick. Nothing really that complex, but basically what they have here is they have broken out one piece of what is sort of their main flagship like course, you know? So they have this big course about wedding photography and shooting and portraits and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And they took and broke out one piece of that and turned it into a kind of more bite-sized, you know, they call them like 1 hour little master classes, right? But they sell this for $27, okay? So, and they sell it on SamCart all on one page, very, very simple. And I really, really love what's going on here. So we are going to break down what this is, but just from a high level, I want to kind of impress on everyone, right, the importance of and the ease with which Brittany came up with this thing that has become one of her top sellers. Okay, so she has her whole world of knowledge and expertise about photography. She has, you know, a big training course, and she has services and stuff like that around kind of like the big picture of photography. She takes one piece, okay, something that was already, she said she was already kind of sitting on her hard drive, already, you know, prepared and ready to go, right? Breaks it out, gives it its own name, creates a page to sell it, and that's what we're looking at right here, right? And it's this awesome thing that brings more people into her world. They run paid traffic directly here. You can find it from their website, and they link back to this page as sort of like the front door to the house of their business, right? This is the first thing they want people to see is an offer like this. So let's go ahead and break this down. And I'm going to go ahead and draw on my screen. Jordan, can you guys see this page? Can you guys see me like writing with red on the screen?
Yeah, we got that.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure it like was coming through so I wasn't drawing things that were nothing, right? But a great page, and you guys can see actually if I go ahead, let me flip on over into SamCart. This is actually the product that Brittany is using right here. And so let me go ahead. I'm going to dust the screen here. There we go. You guys can see she, you know, you click on products inside of your SamCart dashboard. You come to the checkout design template or the checkout design tab inside of any product. And you're going to see our blank slate templates. Okay. So these are our, and drawing is very tough with a mouse. I'm not going to do this very good, but you guys get the idea. These are our blank slate templates. Okay. So these are the ones where you guys can start from scratch. Okay. All we're going to give you is sort of the sweet spot of SamCart is a checkout form. You know what I mean? That's what we do better than anybody, is that e-commerce side, and give you all kinds of awesome features there. But if you want to start from scratch, other than that, use these templates up top. Now, if you want to, okay, you guys can scroll down, and the templates down here, these are all of SamCart's pre-designed templates. And do not make me write the word pre-designed. That is not going to work. I'm just going to put PD, okay? These are our pre-designed templates, the kinds of templates that are already written, already created. The format and what's on the page is like having me or Brian create your sales page for you. Okay, so they are not just pretty, they are not just good looking, you know what I mean? But they have the elements, and all you need to do is just sort of replace that image, right? Replace that bullet point, right? Put your customer testimonials here instead of the generic ones that we have, and you have a sales page much like the one Brittany is using right here. So let me go ahead. I'm just going to show you guys real quick. She is using our full width template. Okay. So the full width template goes from edge to edge in the screen. There's no kind of container that keeps it nice and skinny or anything, right? But I'm not going to mess with her settings or anything. I just wanted to show you guys that's the template that is used to build this page we're currently looking at. Okay. So every great page we always talk about starts with what? Starts with a headline. Okay. How to completely master lighting and location scouting in under 2 hours. Okay. Lighting and location scouting. That is like industry terminology 101. I love that. Okay. So who does this headline speak to? This headline speaks to photogs. Okay. It speaks to people who are photographers. You know what I mean? This is speaking directly to her audience. She's using industry words and lingo that, you know, I'm like tangentially a photographer. We have a sister who's a wedding photographer. I got a bunch of friends who are wedding photographers. I own camera equipment. You know what I mean? I'm looking at you guys on nice camera equipment. So I have an idea of what this is, right? But
Paige and I can both verify that those are correct words.
There you go. As the official videographer, photographer of SamCart's world, yeah, Jordan can verify that for sure. So I love that, right? The headline leads with a big benefit. I'm going to tell you how to completely master lighting and location scouting in under 2 hours. Okay. So I love that. This is such a great, very simple, short, sweet headline. But you know what I mean? What is she doing? She's immediately identifying who this audience is, right? This is for photographers by using lingo that they recognize at the drop of a hat. Really, really love that, right? And leading with the big benefit of, I'm going to help you master these two things, right? What am I going to deliver? What is this course or service or whatever it is that's on your page? Your people are asking immediately, what do I get out of this, right? Brittany does such a great job. Make it very simple, very clear. This is what we are here to do, right? So next slide down. I really like this little sub headline right here, right? The Natural Light Mini Course is originally $100. You can get it for the next 30 minutes for $27. And she has a timer on this page, and she's backing up exactly what she says. I really, really like that there, right? So already sort of just planting the idea, because it's a quick and easy and relatively cheap thing to go buy. You know what I mean? It's kind of okay here. We're breaking some rules, right? A lot of times we talk about put your price, right? Don't reveal your price until the very bottom of the page when you've had a chance to build the argument for why you buy something, right? Price should go at the bottom because you don't want to show someone the price before you had a chance to sell them about, hey, this is why you should buy, right? But when you're talking about something that's kind of cheap and easy, sometimes it's cool to kind of lead with the price. You know what I mean? Like that's a good idea. If this was $1,000, I would say, Brittany, we need to move the price down to the bottom quickly. You know what I mean? But I'm totally fine with what's going on here. I think she did a really, really great job.
Yeah, Scott, it's almost like an announcement banner that you see on most pages. Like it kind of like it makes me feel like I gotta move quickly, I gotta move fast.
I love
before this deal expires.
Yeah, that's a great thing. And again, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments, anything like that, drop it in the chat down below. Paige is going to be kind of reading through the comments and stop and kind of ask if there's something that pops up that you guys see. But of course, feel free, ask away if you guys have any questions there. So cool. Well, the next thing I want to highlight is this video right here. A lot of people ask us the question, right? Should my sales page have a video on it or not, right? Video, yes or no, right? That would be a Y/N, I guess is what I'm trying to portray here, right? Here's one thing that I think Brittany has almost employed like a cheat code, okay? And I want to show you guys what this is. Look at this video. This is a minute and 20 seconds long, okay? A minute and 20 seconds long. That is nothing. That is so short. And look at this. This is like literally recorded on a MacBook. And it's basically just Brittany talking about, hey, have you ever had this problem? Okay. She's introducing a problem right here. And we talk about this all the time, right? Every product you guys go make, and I'm running out of space, so please forgive my mouse typewriting, handwriting stuff here, right? Every course, every service, every product, anything that you roll out into the world has got to solve a problem, okay? And here, right in this video, Brittany is doing such a great job of introducing what that problem is, okay? So she's basically saying, listen, you know, like location scouting and getting lighting and stuff like that can be the difference between bad pictures and great pictures. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show you my favorite tips for doing that, that, and that. And it's all rolled up into this one brand new little training. You know what I mean? But I just want to showcase the idea. Look how quick and short and sweet that video is from her. I absolutely fell in love with this when Brittany showed this to me yesterday, right? But just such an awesome thing. Just take a video on your computer, upload it to YouTube, you know what I mean? 1 quick minute. And it just sort of introduces, you know, who she is and does such a great job of doing exactly that. So, okay, cool. This next section, let me go ahead. I'm actually going to zoom in on here so it's a little bit easier to see. But this next section is very, very nice. And again, this is the kind of thing that Brittany and her husband Thomas even said, you know what I mean? That like stuff like this, having like these bullet points here, was already in the template that they chose. You know what I mean? They kind of chose to rebuild from scratch, but they used one of our pre-designed templates and just, cool, I guess I should have this section and replace the text with something that made sense for their audience, right? But what are these templates doing right here, right? Let's read this. Have you ever been stuck in a situation where you had no control over the light around you, right? Introducing the problem. What's she doing? This is the problem she's out here to solve. Have there been times where there wasn't a cloud in the sky or a tree around you to find shade? Wondering if your clients are being blinded by the harsh sun or your pictures would look blown out. Again, industry terms. Blown out, right? That's a term that most non-photographers might not know what that means, but blown out is like when a picture looks like super white and you kind of can't see it. The colors are kind of muted because there's too much light, right? Jordan, did I get that right? Is that, I got that one right?
Survey says yes.
Survey says yes. All right, there we go. Awesome. So that is I was pretty sure I was right about blown out. You know what I mean? But what are we doing here? We're asking questions to sort of, again, make sure that we're drawing people into the big problem, right? You're asking questions that you know the answer to already. Okay. Brittany and Thomas both know that this is something photographers struggle with. And all they're doing is just building rapport. They're showing their audience, listen, I understand. I get the problems you're facing. I know what it's like to be on location and you're sitting there thinking, man, these photos are going to be terrible and they're going to be upset at me and, you know, that kind of stuff. Have you ever watched the news forecast for the day and it said sunny with no chance of rain, but you show up and the sky is dark gray with not a glimmer of light to work with, right? Again, they know the answer to these questions. Have you ever had to work with spotty shaded areas where the uneven sun made your clients look patchy, look like patchy cheetahs? I didn't actually read this that hard yesterday. This is amazing. Ever been stuck shooting indoors during a rainy day and struggled to get that natural light look due to your surroundings, right? Asking these questions is like, the whole idea, right, is to build rapport and let your customers understand that you get what they're going through, right? You get what they're after. You get the, you know, the end benefit or, you know, whatever of exactly what they're trying to do. And I think it's such a nice little simple way of kind of making that happen. Cool. So if this is you and you want to be able to walk into any lighting situation with confidence, the Natural Light mini course was made for you. This is a really cool one too here. I want to highlight what's going on. They are introducing, right? They are introing their product by name. Okay. What you sell cannot just be, hey, I have an awesome PDF, come buy it. Hey, I've got this video course, come buy it. You need to name what you're selling, even if it's a service. You know what I mean? Like you're going to come and get the Scott Moran lawn starter kit, you know, like that. You got to name it. You have to introduce your product by name, because here's the equation you're trying to run after, right? You are, the first thing you do, right, is you are going to introduce a problem, okay? And then you're going to build that rapport and show people that, you know, I understand that pain, I get it, right? And then here's what happens is your product, whatever it is that you're selling, right, is the solution. And I'm sorry for abbreviating all this stuff. It's just, super tough with a mouse here. Your product is the solution. That's the flow. That's what we're trying to get to here. We're trying to get to the idea of, hey, let me introduce a problem, right? Let me build the rapport. I understand the problem here, and here's my solution. It is called blank. And for them, that is the Natural Light mini course. You see that flow? You know what I mean? That 1, 2, 3 steps. If you did just this on your one page, you know what I mean? You are going to start closing customers. You are going to start getting that stuff done. So I really, really love that. Next thing they do is sort of break down. Here's what you get. Okay. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, right? You're going to be able to create beautiful photos even in harsh light, right? Check. You're going to be able to shoot on overcast days and still have glowing bright skin tones. Check. You're going to be able to shoot indoors so you aren't affected by rainy days. Check. Okay. Love that. The coolest thing here. What are we helping them actually accomplish, right? What is it that the Natural Light mini course is actually going to deliver to you? Here's what you're going to experience after you buy my course. Here's what you're going to discover inside of my ebook, right? And you're going to deliver those kinds of things for it. And I think they do such a good job right here of making sure those boxes are checked. Paige, any questions or anything coming in? Anything else like we want to address before we keep moving on?
Yeah, just a couple here. We've got a couple of formatting questions. Would love to get your feedback on. So body copy, should the text be justified so it isn't centered? How it should be left justified? I think at the bullet points is where that is.
Right.
And then a couple other comments about maybe the font size. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, so it's also tough on my computer screen sometimes to kind of get an accurate look at like, is this font too small? Is it big? Here's the litmus test that I say run, right? Make sure inside of SamCart, right? When you guys go in, and I can actually do this inside of Brittany's account, but anytime that you open up a page to design the page, okay? SamCart does some really cool stuff for you, right? You can edit it right here, and you can hit preview anytime right up here at the top to sort of see what your page is gonna look like. Right? But what I really highly recommend is click over to this mobile design as well. Okay. SamCart lets you design for desktop and let you edit the mobile design as well. And then pull it up on your phone. And if you can't read it, okay, then it probably needs to be a little bit bigger. You know, if you're centering your text and it gets a little too, it gets a little too small or a little too narrow, you know, there's only like 2 words on a line or something like that, right? Then it's probably a little tough to read. Now, you guys watching this at home, I'm sharing my screen, so it's going to look kind of small, and you're looking at it on a smaller YouTube screen or something like that. So, like, you might not get the full look. I think they did a great job. I think their formatting is actually pretty solid here. You don't need your text should be consistent throughout. Okay, so if you decide that this level of text is the right size, and maybe this is like 16-point font, then I would try to make as much on the page 16-point font as you can, outside of maybe the headline should be like nice and big and bold and that kind of stuff, right? But the litmus test I say is pull up your page on your phone. And if it's too small on your phone, it's likely just too small overall, right? But that's a great question. Yeah. Anything else we want to hit?
Awesome. And blown out is also meaning overexposed. So
overexposed would be another word for that, for sure. There you go. All right, we got some photogs who are watching, so definitely we're learning some stuff here. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, yeah, Paige, keep us posted. Obviously, you guys at home, any questions, continue to drop them in the chat, and we will make sure to get to those as well. So then the next section here, right, is they are just including like, hey, here's everything you get, right? And I love how they phrase it. So what's included? ? Right? They are thinking about their reader. You know what I mean? They're writing as if their reader is talking out loud, right? That kind of thing. I really love that. So what do you get? What is included in this, right? And I love this point for sure, because this is always the point where a lot of people sort of forget to say, hey, when you buy Scott's awesome lawn care kit or something, or you go buy, whatever it is that you guys are selling, that people forget to sort of explain everything that's inside, right? You are going to go get 23 in-depth lighting lessons, right? And they kind of break down what that is, right? Learn lessons on all about light, natural reflectors, diffuse backlighting, direct backlighting. You kind of break that down. You get it all in an 18-page downloadable guide, right? So what is it functionally? Help me understand. Am I watching videos? Is this something that's going to come to me in an email? Is it a PDF? Is it what is it? And help people kind of understand that. And then they also toss in their Facebook customer community, right? So they do a great job of just one extra little bonus, one extra little free, kind of something there to kind of sweeten the deal as well, right? But always, always, always remember to lay out everything that is included when your customers buy, right? Very cool thing there.
Scott, I got a question.
Yes, go, Jordan.
I'm curious about, okay, so there's a lot of buttons on this website,
Yes.
a lot of call to actions, and is that ever a bad thing? Can you ever have because I'm sure all these buttons go straight down to the checkout page at the bottom.
Yep, 100%.
Is there such thing as too many call to actions?
I do think there is such thing as too many call to actions. I don't think Brittany and Thomas have overdone it here, right? But you guys can see they have one call to action right below the video. So if somebody's ready to go, you know what I mean? Like someone watches that quick video and they're ready, you click hop in today and you're down here ready to buy. You know, if you are going through the sort of like what's included section, you know, and any one of these buttons down below, again, is going to shoot you down and take you to the checkout ready to buy. I don't think I would go any more buttons than they have here. You know what I mean? My best recommendation is to leave it maybe like 3 throughout the page. You know, you want to give a couple jumping off points, right? Up near the top, if someone's kind of ready to go right away, you know, right after you have a chance to sort of tell them everything that's inside, you know, maybe one more right there. And then, you know, one more after maybe like where the guarantee should be, you know, something like that. But yeah, that's a great question. Generally speaking, you can overdo it. You know what I mean? You don't want to assume like you want people to go through the sales process, right? Everything that's on this page is set in a very, very specific order so that, you know, we kind of do what? We bring people in on the problem, right? And then we're going to, you know, build rapport, and then we're going to show them the solution, right? Then we're going to kind of say, hey, here's, you know, everything that you get 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to show them, you know, some proof. And, you know, obviously this sounds like kind of multi-step and complicated. You can see how easy this is on the page. There's not a whole lot of writing or anything kind of crazy, right? But what I mean to say is, right, you don't want to give people too many opportunities to just skip from step 1 down to step 7, you know? Like the stuff that's on the page is there to mentally walk someone from being a learner and discovering who you are to becoming a paid customer, right? Love it. Okay, awesome. So yeah, it gets really simple from here on out, guys. There's really not much else. I love that they use a countdown timer here, which again, after 30 minutes expires and sort of sends you elsewhere. They have some awesome social proof with some great pictures, by the way. I really love that. Of course, as someone who is in the photography world, I think the quality of the pictures you use speaks volumes, you know, so always kind of understand that. That might not be the case for absolutely everybody out there, but they're using such a cool little testimonial widget, one that kind of, you know, customers can kind of tweak through, go, you know, slide through and see multiple different people. Then as we keep going down, they have the really, really cool FAQ widget, right? So this is one of my favorite little widgets inside of SamCart. And they're basically just using this to, and let me go ahead and zoom in because I'm sure no one can read that. But they're using this to just overcome objections, right? Is this mini course for all skill level photographers? Bingo. Awesome. Yep. How long does this $27 offer last, right? It's 30 minutes and then we're moving you on, right? Can you guarantee results? Cool. Yes, I guarantee you're going to get results. And speaking of that, what's next? A money back guarantee, right? Again, this is just a nice widget in SamCart. You just drag and drop this right onto your page. I can actually show you guys this if we come in and come back out. You guys can see I'll scroll down to the bottom and you can see this is just a nice guarantee widget. Okay. You can come down and I'm not going to click and change this for anybody, right? But you can choose from a bunch of different guarantees and change the colors and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. And then what happens next? This is where SamCart really starts to kick in. Okay. So every single page you create on SamCart is going to be a single page buying experience, right? We also known as the 1-page funnel kind of in our world. Going to come down a very, very easy form. It's going to look great on a phone. You know, you can, they've offered in a coupon code. They've removed fields they don't need. So it's shorter and easier for your customers to buy. They have credit card and PayPal and Google Pay, Apple Pay right here on the same page next to each other, right? Which we know offering those 3 things together boosts conversions by 23%. Okay. 23% higher conversions when you have all 3 of these things next to each other and not 1 or 2 and missing some of the other ones. And then the last thing we'll touch on, right, is the coolest thing that they have going on here is this order bump. Okay, so they have an order bump. It is a $27 offer, and they have an additional $17, you know, order bump. Essentially, someone can add by clicking on this one little checkbox. Okay, SamCart does this absolutely better than anywhere else online, where you can create 1 or 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 of these order bumps. right? And let your customers very easily buy more stuff and volunteer to spend more money. And the numbers about order bumps are absolutely wild. You guys can see, and it looks a little better if I have the page at 100%, how it should be seen. But do you want to make images even better? Check out my BB Bright preset, right? Use my BB Bright preset in Lightroom to get bright and beautiful glow on your images with a few simple clicks. And so she's basically leaning into, right, you guys are buying things about light, right, and making your pictures better, right? So what is the bump? Well, the bump is some presets that you can use to do exactly the same thing, okay? So I'm gonna help you do this. I'm gonna help you turn darker pictures into bright light pictures. All you got to do is just tack something on for an extra 17 bucks. And they said over 30% of their buyers take their order from $27 to $44, right? They said it's almost weird to see people not take the order bump, and they have a one-click upsell available after this as well. It's almost weird for people not to buy more. They said when they see plain Jane $27 offers coming in, they say it's like, that's odd. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen very much to us. So one of the coolest things they have going on here, the order bump stuff in SamCart, I encourage them highly that they need to go get a second one in here, right? So it's great to have one of these things, but they should have a second, maybe even a third one, because the numbers we see in SamCart's database are just silly. So unless you are allergic to money, right, offering these order bumps, offering, one-click upsells, offering different tiers of your course or your book or, whatever, all of those kind of things are what makes SamCart what it is and help us make as much money for our customers as we make. So yeah, guys, with that, any questions, anything we have going on right here? I think I'd love to answer any questions we have about this page or anything else that we can kind of tackle. But that is the page review. Again, one more time, just giving them a quick shout out. You guys should head over to BrittanyBruceEducation.com. You guys can check out Brittany and her husband Thomas and what they have going on here, and you can see more pages like the one they have creating with SamCart. But I will finish with this. Brittany and Thomas said they were currently kind of selling all this stuff on a different platform. They came to SamCart about 6 months ago, and they have already added an additional 100K in extra revenue that they were not planning on getting because they have SamCart at their disposal doing the kinds of things that SamCart does. So love hearing that. That pays for SamCart for the next 50 years of their life, I think, is what that would pay for. It's a very, very, very long time. And we love hearing awesome stories like Brittany, like Thomas, who are simplifying how they sell and getting better results because of it. So with that, Paige, any other last minute questions that we can tackle before we let everybody head on out with the rest of their Wednesday here?
You know what? I think we got everything covered. Awesome. I guess if anything, do you think it needs at all any more color? And then I do know that she is using that full width template, correct? So yes. Someone was also mentioning maybe there's not enough white space. So what do you think about those features?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, honestly, I don't think there's any problem with the spacing or anything kind of in that thing. I think it's easy to read. I think it flows very, very nicely. I think it looks great on mobile. Anybody who wants to pull it up on mobile, certainly I think it does a really, really good job there. In terms of like color and things like that, I think they did a great job matching their website, I think that's the most important thing, right? You want to make sure that as people are coming through, and engaging with your brand, you want to make sure that the entire process from discovery through to completing a purchase feels seamless, right? And that's one of the biggest things that SamCart offers is it's so obvious when someone, sends you from their website over to some third-party place that looks nothing like that. And all the forms are different and the text is different. Everything just looks different from what they like and know and trust about your brand, right? And so I think they did a great job extending that whole thing and having the colors match and having all that stuff kind of fit very, very seamlessly together. So I think they did a great job.
Absolutely. They say you only have about 2 seconds to make an impression, and I think she did a really good job.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. I completely agree. Couldn't agree more. So awesome, guys. Well, hey, with that is going to wrap up. I believe this is, Jordan, episode 11 of One Page.
Episode 11, I think so, yeah.
Episode 11. Awesome. We are going to take this episode. We are going to roll it into the One Page Wednesday playlist. You guys can check out on the SamCart YouTube channel. YouTube.com/SamCart app is where you guys are going to find that. But yeah, on behalf of myself, on behalf of Paige, on behalf of Jordan, and the entire SamCart team, thank you guys for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Awesome. Bye, y'all.